So today we've got 46 mods. Holy So first up in this mammoth mods video, this is going to be the Hunting Pulpit. This is by Didek96, 3.92 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in the construction menu and under decorations and others. Now we've got two versions. First off, we've got the darker one, 950 to buy. We then got the lighter one, 1750. Not quite sure what the difference is from the outset, put it that way, but I do think there's some collision issues, because this one, yeah, you think, okay, we'll climb up the ladder, have a little look out, you know, maybe get some deer hunting on the go, but no, you can walk straight through it. That's a bit of an issue. But we'll come to the other one, and we start off well. Yeah, up the ladder, no problem. And then once you get inside, you fall through the floor, and then you're stuck. And we got a little bit of an issue, so you sort of got to jump and crouch to get out. Yeah, maybe just place him down as a decoration, I reckon. And speaking of decorations, we got the next mod, the Farm Decoration Pack. This is by Taker LS, 4.4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him in the construction menu and under decorations and others. Now, first up, we've got a new style palette for 20. We then got an old style palette for 20. We then got an old style palette with sandbags on. We then got a single tyre, stack of tyres, another stack of tyres, another stack of tyres, and then 3 different posts, sort of like angled out a little bit. So, you know, yeah, someone's driven into that one. It's just, you know, knocked it over a little bit. All right, fair enough. Decorate your farmyard. Right, next up is Unload Zones Pack. This is by Vanquish081, 8.19 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them in decorations and others. Now, what these are is basically somewhere to cover something up. So if you've got a facility, production chain, whatever, that the input's going onto the ground, and you don't fancy putting it onto the ground, well, put one of these down. It's going to basically take over that area and look like you've got a grating to chuck your stuff into. Right, fair enough. So first one we got is this one, the Unload Zone Without Cover Old. We got Unload Zone Without Cover New. We then got Unload Zone Cover, I would say small to be fair. And then we've got a new version of that. Alright, fair enough. So you have got, if, I mean obviously it is a big if you have got a facility that just unloads onto the ground and you don't quite like it, bang one of these down. And next up is the Lime Factory. This is by Team IWMM, 10.16 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in the construction menu and under factories, as you can well imagine. So 80 grand to place down, and it's going to turn your stone into lime, no problem. So you've got your loading in point just there, you've got your taking out point out the pipe just there. Production chain menu is around the corner here. So obviously you've got your lime going in. Well, no, lime going in. You got your stones going in, and it's turning it into lime. So it's 12 stones to 9 limes. You're going to get a little bit of a loss on your stones going in. Yeah, a little bit of dust going into the air, that sort of thing. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is Stone Silo. This is by Grimlock RRC, 0.88 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in the construction menu and under containers. Because whilst it's called a grain silo, it's actually a buy point. It's going to cost you 5 grand, and then you can get stones out. So you just bring your trailer underneath, and it's going to load up with stones. That being said, I like the texturing on the old metal support legs. That looks all right. I mean, I'm not sure why you want to buy stones rather than just get them out of the field, but now you can. Right, next up is Old Grain Mills. This is by Bartonov 3, 26.94 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them in the construction menu and under factories. So we've got 3 different versions here. Pretty much all going to do the same, to be fair. You got your old grain mill just there. We then got a old American grain mill, and then this one on the end is your old Polish grain mill. Now they're all going to do the same recipes, so it's just the aesthetics that you're choosing. So you've got your pallet spawn point at the side. Up the stairs is going to be your production chain menu. You've got a taken out point just there from that pipe, and then you've got this. Open up the hatch. There's your loading in points. You got to open up the hatch first. That's ace. Or like that. So we'll go up and we'll check out the recipes, see what's going on in here. So we can make barley flour, canola oil, oat flour, olive oil, sorghum flour, sunflower oil, and wheat flour. So it's basically an oil mill and a grain mill all in one. I mean, it doesn't take up that much space. I mean, the lime factory just there takes up pretty much same space as all three of them put together. I just go with whatever one you like then. And just a quick note, if you have got them running, the windmills spin round. Oh, that's ace. Next up is Concrete Block Silo Pack. This is by Watastic. 3.11 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in the construction menu and under silo. So we've got the three versions here. We've got the small one for 8,800. We then got the medium one for 16 grand, and then the large one for 21,600. Now, obviously, these are made up of concrete blocks, as the name would suggest. Now, if you place them down, they do snap together if you like, putting the same, style together. You've got two small ones, they'll snap together on the side. No problem. Just come along, dump your chaff, compact it all. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is hay storage and ventilation. This is by Austria Modding, 6.98 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them in a construction menu. And the first one is going to be under factory. So at the back, it's going to take your grass in and make some hay. Now the second one is going to be up and under silos. So if we scroll down the touch to find this one, there we are, too far. There we are. So 60 grand to place down. It's going to hold 500,000 litres. Not a problem. So you've got your taking out points just there. Then we'll come down the middle, because at the other end, by the little, I'm going to call them turbo chutes, because that's what they look like. You drop it in there, and obviously it gets sucked up into the facility. And on this one, obviously, you've got your production chain menu. And you click on that, and then obviously turn it on. Dries out your grass into your hay. All right, fair enough. And next up is Low Cost Grain Silo. This is by Ershaber VSR Modding Sewer. 5.04 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu and under silos. So first up, we've got this bit, the front bit. 500,000 litre capacity. Obviously load in and load out at the front. We then go across to silo extensions because we've then got this bit at the back. Holds 200,000 litres. So in total here, we've got 700,000 litre capacity. Fair enough. I mean, it does look alright, actually. I mean, got a little bit of a dustiness to it. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Root Crop Storage. This is by Dogface. 6.67 megabyte on the download. And I remember this on FS17. This was an awesome mod. And it still is as well. So in the construction menu and under silos, we've got a few options. So first up, we've got this one here. So that's going to be your, I'm going to call it a multi-fruit root crop storage. You can put all the stuff in there. We then move over to this one. Now, this is currently set down as sugar beet, but you got the option to have potatoes, carrots, sugar beet, parsnips, and then red beet. Obviously, you pick whichever one you want. If you're going to go for one of those, it's only going to hold the one crop, but there is something that you may like about it, and I'll show you that in a minute. Obviously, this one, it does have an option once you get it out in the open. So you go to customize, and you can pick which fill level aesthetic, we'll call it that you want there. So you want it beets like that, if you want it carrots, have it like that. I mean, it's going to take all of the crops, so it doesn't really make much difference in that sense. It just all depends on what it looks like. Now, for the one that you've got here, this is ace. Obviously, both of them work the same. You load in the front, obviously gets picked up by that conveyor belt. And then down the back, you've got your taking out points. So just there and just there. Both work the same, no problem. So on this one though, the one that's crop specific, yeah, this is ace. Right, so we'll go unload some sugar beet into this one, and I'll show you why you may particularly want to get one of these. Obviously, root crop storage, awesome thing anyway. So you come up to it like that, and get into position. You're not going to get the icon pop up. You are going to need to overload, so we'll do that. And then once it starts emptying out, the old conveyor belt's going to start, and it's going to start filling up. There we are. Oh, that's ace. It's got a, movable fill plane, I believe what the website says it is. That's awesome. I mean, to be fair, I've only put 50,000 litres in. That's going to hold a load more. But that's ace, and obviously when you take it out the back, that goes down. I mean, this one, it's a static visual thing. I don't know. I don't know which one's better. I mean, obviously with this one, you're going to need to have more than one if you're doing different crops, but either way, you're golden. Right, next up is Shelter. This is by Modding Association Nordfries, 5.54 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under sheds. 35 grand to place down, and obviously it's somewhere for you to store your stuff, because everywhere needs a bit of storage. I mean, plenty of space on the go. think really wide stuff, yeah, you might struggle because you've got those old support bars there, but yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Shed Pack. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 14.51 megabyte on the download. You're going to find him in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, obviously, it's a Shed Pack, so there's going to be a few in here. So first up, we've got the ST2 18x25. We then got the S25x17. We then got the SD25x17. We then come around here and we've got the S25x17B. And then the last one is this, the SD25x17. They got a lot of similar names, especially those two. But all right, fair enough. Obviously, if you ever played on 22, you'll know what DMI 20mm Normandy is all about. Dutch-style buildings. I mean, this is ace. It's got a little loft at the top there. Put your bales on. Fair enough. Oh, what have we got here? We've got a light switch just there. There we are. Turn the lights on. No problem. We're coming down this one. Obviously, it's open fronted. Oh, I see what the difference is. That one's got like a concrete bottom. That one's got like a brick built bottom. All right, no problem. So open-ended, well, open-sided, whatever you want to call it. Plenty of space on the go in there. And then this one is going to have some doors on the front. So let's open those up. Oh, it's concertina doors. You're going to get yourself all... oh, dear, oh dear. You're going to get yourself locked in there, aren't you? We'll leave that alone. Then obviously you've got your concrete bottom one, same as before. And then obviously the concertina doors. We'll leave them alone. But I like this one. These doors over here, with the glass on it, they look ace. Right, next up is Pack Sheds BR. This is by Fritz, 6.95 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, there's only one in the menu because you can customize it. So it comes up with the side piece on already. If you press customize, you can have it as standard or without the extension. Entirely up to you. Now, this does look ace. I mean, it looks old. Looks like it should have been out in like a no man's land, that sort of thing. That would fit in well in that sort of map. Nicely detailed. Cracked concrete on the floor there. Oh, I like that. That is very nice. Right, next up is Machine Storage. This is by 750 Ti Modding. 18.37 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu and under sheds. There we are. So Machine Storage. So 40 grand to place down. Jobs are good. So you've got your doors that open up like that. There we are. Oh, it's another sort of slidey concertina door style one. All right, no problem. Don't want to get yourself locked up in there. So these are going to open up like that. Much better. Fair enough. A little bit of a workshop on the go in there. Got a light switch? Yes. Press B. Turn the lights on. Fair enough. And come over here and we've got these two roller shutter doors. You can open up them like that. And like that. Little garages on the go. Fair enough. That's an alright shed, that is. Right, next up is Shed with Garage. This is by 750 Ti Modding, 14.69 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in a construction menu and under sheds, as you can well imagine. So it's got a bit of an open side on the go like that. And then, as the name would suggest, it's got a bit of a garage on this side as well. So open up there like that. Park your vehicle in. Your pickup truck, your car, whatever you got on the go. Got a light switch over here like that. There we are. So we'll turn the lights on with B. Why is it not? Let's open the door. I wanted to turn the light on. There we are. Turn the light on. That's better. Well, that trigger's quite close to that door, I must admit. Well, a little side door into your garage anyway. Oh, that's all right, that is. Right, next up is Garages with Sliding Doors. This is by 750 Ti Modding and Michael LS. 12.51 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, there's two different versions. They're basically the same apart from the aesthetics. So we've got this one here for 30 grand. And then we've got this one here for 35. A little bit different. A little bit newer-ish. Yeah, entirely up to you. So we'll come over here and we've got some doors. These look like concertina ones. Yep, don't get yourself all locked up in there. And we'll come down this side. We've got this door that opens up like that. There we are. We've got a side door on the go as well. Fair enough. I mean, the one I've gone for, a lot of breeze block style. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Stone Bournemouth Workshop. This is by Swifty, 26.83 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 250 grand. That's quite expensive for a shed, I must admit. But it does look like one of those sort of like you know, high-flying farmers market style things. Does look very posh. So we'll come over here like that. We'll open up that door. Oh, yes. Little side door. Can we open up the rest of it? Yes, we can. Oh, those doors are ace. I like them. We'll close them up again. Side door still open. That's awesome. Oh, I do like that. Then we'll come in here. You got your workshop trigger. Obviously, fix your vehicle up. This shed's ace. This looks brilliant. Oh, I do like it. So we'll come around here and we've got plenty of space in this bit. So we'll open up these doors like that. There we are. Plenty of storage in there. No problem. Then we should have another, I'm going to call it another wing. Because it does look like a bit of a manor house. Got another little wing on that side. Got the doors on the end. No problem. But those doors there. Random bird sat in front of the workshop. Alright, no problem. Those doors there. That's awesome. Right, next up is Small Workshop. This is by Moose Agrar. 0.33 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu and under tools. Now, this is only going to cost you £2,500. And it's really small. You could place this sort of anywhere, hide it away, like even like an abandoned shed over there. You could put it in there, no problem, and just turn anything into a workshop. That's ace. Right, next up is Workshop. This is by Seller Bookie, 32.38 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Because normally workshops are under tools, but all right, it is what it is. Now, there is an option of customization on this one. You can change the colour, and if you've got the unlimited colours mod on, I'm not quite sure that green goes with the pink, but you can do it if you want to. Now, over here is going to be your doors. So we'll open up those. There we are, right in the middle. Job's a good one. Obviously, you've got two big doors over there as well. And you pull your vehicle in, you hit your spanner, fix it all up. Plenty of space in here. That's huge. Oh, you're not going to be stuck for space with this one. Very nice. Next up is Storage Building Package. This is by Vertex Design, 10.3 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, before we get cracking with all 5 of these, you do have the option on all 5 is to change the colour of the roof. So if you want to go into there like that, go put on your custom colour. No problem. Right, so first up we got this one, the big storage hall. Going to cost you 185 grand. We then got the storage hall with 3 doors, 98,000. We then got storage hall with 3 doors again, 102,000. And we then got the multi-stretch hall for 264 grand. And to finish it off, we got under silos in the style of this sort of building, a bale and pallet storage. Going to hold 230 pieces, which is fair enough. So obviously you come over, you open up the doors, there's plenty of space inside. And this one's sort of like got the concrete at the bottom, so you could store some crop on the ground. Alright, no worries. Over here, these look like concertina doors. Yeah. Fair enough, we'll move on quick with that one. So this one, it's a different building. It's a bit more expensive, but it has got these walls in the middle. I call them walls. Blocks, whatever you want to call. Oh, come on, no. Have a look in the other side. There we are. So you obviously got the block in there. Actually, obviously the walls are blocked up. You got little, what are they, areas to stash your stuff in anyway. No problem. And then this one is the big one on the end. I'm going to open up this door like that. There we are. Plenty of space on the go. Got a couple little bunkers in there. I mean, they're not bunker silos, mind you. They're just somewhere for you to store some stuff on the ground. We've got some side doors as well. Ah, very nice. Right, next up is Banana Tree. This is by Namog Mod, 6.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in a construction menu and under decorations and others. So we've got 3 versions. So we've got this one here, Banana Tree. We've also got this one here, Banana Tree, and then we've got this one here, as you guessed it, Banana Tree. So obviously, if you want to decorate your area, you know, I suppose the UK doesn't really grow bananas. It's not hot enough. So if we do get a map at some point where it is sort of like within the equator-ish, southern hemisphere, that sort of thing, maybe like a Brazilian map. Do they grow bananas in Brazil? Not quite sure, but you could do anyway. I mean, you have got like the 3 growth stages. That's like growing there like that. You got little green bananas on the go there, and then your yellow bananas just there. Yeah, decorate your farm anyway. It might just make you feel a little bit warmer. Right, next up is Barn with Cows. This is by 750 Ti Modding, 15.79 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under animals. So 40 grand to buy. Obviously, it's going to hold 30 cows for you. So you've got your taking out point of your milk just there, taking out point of your slurry just there. We'll open up this door like that. There we are. So you've got a bit of storage in there, no problem. And we'll spin around. There we are. And we've got these doors that open. So we'll open up all these doors because, you know, why not? Open them all up at the same time. Job's a good one. So obviously once you're inside, you've got your animal dialogue box just there. You've got your food and your straw. Well, your straw's there. You got your... No, tell a lie. That's a manure taking out point. So your food and your straw goes in here. That means you've got to shovel it out. Oh, that's all right. That's all right indeed. I mean, to be fair, it's like that brick sort of... I'm going to say do-it-yourself style. You know, not the top end. You know, sort of like you made it your own... You know, made your own sort of cowshed sort of style. Well, that's what I think anyway. That's what it looks like to me. But that being said, that's ace. Right, next up is Cowshed Pack. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 22.17 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under cows, as you well imagine. Now, we've got 3 different versions here. Now, all of them have got the same customizable option. So you click on that, you can change the colour, and if you've got your unlimited colour mod on, you can have a cow barn pink if you really wanted to. So first up, we got this one, 140 grand. It's going to hold 70 cows. We then got this one in the middle. That's going to cost you 140 grand and also hold 70 cows. And then the last one on the end, 280 grand. And it's going to hold 140. Yeah, double the size. So we'll come over here at the front. We've got our animal dialogue box. Now put your teeth in. Got your slurry points just there. Open up these doors like that. There we are. It's a gate. Can we open up the gate? Oh, we can get in. We can jump over it. But close the door. Can't open up that gate, mind you. But alright, fair enough. So, is there anything in here? No. And then over there is going to be where you load your food and your straw in. So you're going to have to come down this end. Interesting. So that on the floor. Oh, we've got some stuff in. Oh dear, oh dear. So come on the end, obviously. Got your milk taking out point just there for you. No problem. It's going to be the same on the middle one. Basically, it's different style of building. You know, look, what's that one? That's like brick. That's just more... Oh, it's like I've got a plaster, like sort of render on it. All right, no problem. And then we come to this one. This is going to be the bigger one. Obviously, it's going to hold twice the amount. So you're going to hold 140 cows in here. So you got your milk taking out point just there. We'll open up this door like that. There's your food and your straw going in that side. And then around the front, like the other two, is going to be your animal dialogue box and your slurry taking out point. Yeah, I mean, this one's a bit more open air. Because you've got this bit out here. You know, your cows can have a little mooch around in the sunshine. Ah, very nice. Next up is the Meridian Grain Bin Pack. It is a pack. Oh, it's a big pack. This is by BC Bueller, 34.76 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them in the construction menu and under silos. And there is 32 different types of flat bottom binned stoke silos. Yeah, you've got a smorgasbord of all different sizes. So it starts off 400,000 litres. There we are. No, it starts off 97,000 litres. Make sure we're on the right mod to start with. And then obviously it goes up in price. It goes up in size. So 126,000. It then goes up to 153. And so on and so on. So obviously they go up that sort of diameter, get higher and higher. Then you get a bigger diameter, higher and higher, bigger diameter again. And so on and so on. You get the idea. So obviously the more wider it is, the more rounder it is, and the higher it is, the more it's going to hold. When we get to the biggest one, which is that one just there, and we're at 84 grand for 1.1 million litre capacity. Right, no problem. You then come over to these ones, little different style. So it starts off at 114,000 litre capacity. Then again, obviously they go up in size. The bigger they are, the more they're going to hold. No problem. And then we come down to the third style, which is this one here, 142,000, and that will go up to 199. Now, obviously, you are going to need a little bit extra equipment. So you are going to need a couple of augers. One to go under there so you can get your stuff out. and one to go in the top. But where the top's concerned, all of these have got these icons around some point, sort of around the back-ish from the actual sign itself. And you get the option there, open the gate. So I'm going to press B and then jump straight back into the construction menu so I can see what I'm on about. It opens that flap on the top, and I was looking in completely the wrong direction. Let's try that again. There we are. So you see the flap going down. So you will need to open that first so you can load stuff into your silo. But that being said, 32. That's insane. Right, next up is Forage Harvester with Pipe Control. This is by DD Mod Passion, 0.15 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, well, under Forage Harvesters. And to be fair, obviously, it just adds a little bit to the Forage Harvester. They still work the same in that sense, but you go into it and, you've got different options for engines or whatever, but it's this top bit, the pipe, type, and control. Man, say that again. So you've got the option of standard manual, and this is what it's all about. It allows you to move the pipe manually rather than it tracking the trailer. So it depends. If you want to go down the old immersive route, maybe you want to, guide it into your trailer on your own rather than letting the game take over. Entirely up to you. You then got, so you've got your standard, you then got your large, you then got your extra large, and you then go to your automatic. Now, these are going to be the ones that obviously track your trailer. So if you want to go for the old immersiveness, you go for the manual version. So once you've got it there like that, L, B, and A, unfold it like that. Now you do have the option of pipe out, L, B, and down. Interesting. Now if you do L, B, and right stick left and right, move it like that. And then R, B, and right stick up and down, left and right even, move the nozzle. L, B, and right stick up and down, moves up and down. Me personally, I think I'd rather just have it tracking a trailer, but each to their own. Right, next up is the Fent Weights Pack. This is by Smetty CMT, 2.12 megabyte on the download. As you can imagine, you're going to find them underweight. So we've got 750 kilo weight for 950. You do have the option to change the colour. Obviously go for anything you like if you've got the unlimited colour mod on. Now if you're thinking 750 is too small, well, we've got some big ones. We've got an 1800 or 1.8 ton. Obviously change the colour if you want to. And then the big one on the end is a 2.5 ton. When the game loads, what's going on? There we are, that's better. 2.5 ton for 2,300. I mean, that'll definitely keep your front end down. Right, next up is the Pcom PD 1500. This is by Dutch Modding Inc. 2.4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, this is going to hook up to your 3-point on your tractor. It's going to allow you to move pallets around, but not so much you could stack them on top of each other. Just move it out the way. Oh, that pallet's in the way. Just shift it out the way, one of these. That's what this is all about. 860 to buy. You got the option of top link height, standard, special low, or standard. So just moves the top link height. Well, as the obviously as the option suggests with the name. All right, fair enough. You need to move some pallets around. No problem. Right, next up is the Lizard Knocking Plate. This is by HR Force and Farmall, 0.81 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under forestry equipment. Now, obviously, this is a little bit of a tidying up machine. Well, a piece of equipment anyway. So you get your grab, your crane and whatever, hook it up in the middle, and then just sort of like knock your logs into place. Because let's face it, who can load logs nice and neatly straight out the bat? No, it might need a little bit of persuasion to get them all lined up. Fair enough. 2.5 grand to buy. You do have the option to change the colour. You can go for whichever one you like. All right, no problem. Well, next up is the Kermag Tree Waste Rake. This is by NMC T-Bone, 0.92 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under forestry equipment. Now, like the previous one, obviously this is going to hook up with your crane, with your grab, whatever you're using, and you're basically going to run it along and pull all your logs together. All right, fair enough. I mean, since it's got 1.9 metre working width, that's just how big it is, to be fair. I mean, it's going to cost you 800 to buy, and you've got the option to change your main colour to any one of those. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Treffler TS1520 M3. This is by HT Modding, 13.19 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under weeders. Now, this is going to cost you 45 grand. You're going to need 150 horsepower from your tractor, and it runs 15.2 meters. Oh, that's all right. That is all right indeed. 7 mile an hour working speed. That's I mean, no options, for 15.2 doing your weeding. Fair enough. Right, next up is the Dalbo Hydroflex 5.2. This is by Hydraulic, 4.98 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under rollers. Now, 3,100 is its price, 100 horsepower requirement from your tractor, as the name would suggest, 5.2 meter working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed. Yeah, you get a little bit of rolling on the go. But it does say on yield improvements, because obviously you do have grassland rollers and field rollers, so this is going to be for your field. Right, next up is the Rousseau E-Caster. This is by Universe Simi Modding, 8.21 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mowers. Yeah, this is ace. Obviously, this is going to be for your role-playing shenanigans, you know, doing a bit of work for the council, trimming up the grass verges, no problem. 66.5 grand to buy. It's going to require 100 horsepower from your tractor, 1.2 meter working width, and a 4 mile an hour working speed. Now, once you get it all hooked up, you need to do L, B, and A, unfold it. There we are. Takes a little bit of time, mind you, but alright, no problem. It's going to spin it out to the side like that. There we are. Do turn it on, L, B, and X. Then do L, B, and right stick up and down. It's going to move it sort of like up and down like that. L, B, and right stick left and right. You're going to move it sort of like backwards and forwards. So we'll put it down as far as possible. Because if we then do R, B, and right stick left and right, sort of tilts the head. So once you're in position, have I got it low enough? Oh, I have. We're trimming away. There we are. We're doing a little bit of work for the council. Maybe a little touch further down. Just so it's like resting on the ground. You know, just position the head nicely. There we are. That'll do. Oh, now we're cracking. Now we're cracking indeed. Although that being said, is it leaving any grass behind? I think it's taking it away as well. Oh, fair enough. Well, next up is the Super Torb Servo 25. This is by Oldham Farm and Privet, 4.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under ploughs. Now, it starts off with an 85 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 1.2 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed in a passenger servo 25 coat, dress, whatever you want to call it. Livery, that's a better word. It's going to cost you 14 grand. You can then change that to the Super Torb, so the Rabe. All right, fair enough. Or back to the passenger. You then got universal mold boards or slatted mold boards, or back to the universal. Fair enough. I mean, both options on that one. I think I'd rather go for the Rabe, to be fair. That looks ace. Right, next up is the Lizard Cammer 4032 Cultivator. This is by KRKZ Modding, 9.4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Cultivators. Now, this requires 100 horsepower from your tractor, 4 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 15 grand to buy, no options, comes as it is. Although, with the orange and blue like that, that reminds me of the old Golf racing colours. It's like a racing cultivator. Oh, fair enough. So next up is the Evers Agro Pack. This is by Vertex Design, 30.41 megabyte on the download, and they're in 3 different categories. So just come down to your mods and DLC, so much easier. So first one is this, the Brumby 7298. Going to be found normally under Cultivators, 140 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 15.5 grand to buy. And that looks alright indeed. I mean, 3 meter, small farming shenanigans for the win. Now, if you don't fancy that, we've got this, the HSD6. This is going to be found on the subsoilers, 120 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 10.5 grand to buy. And if you don't fancy that and fancy doing a bit of grassland care, you're going to find that under here. Well, you're going to find this one under there. That's a better way of putting it. The WBG3 270, 120 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.7 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed for 8,950. Yeah, nice little pack that is. Right, next up is the Lizard 262 Monster V. That's ace. Is it Monster V or Monster 5? Not quite sure. This is by NMC T-Bone, 4.76 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this under winter equipment because it's a snowplow. Obviously mounts to the back of your tractor. Well, to be fair, it could mount to the front. I mean, it mounts to a 3-point. And obviously you'd normally drive forward and it just picks up underneath the tractor. But, all right, no problem. 180 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.6 meter working width, 12 mile an hour working speed, 22 grand. You can then change the options for hydraulic wing. Yes or no, puts those bits on the side. So that's going to give you a 3.3 meter working width rather than the standard 2.6. Then you've got your option to change your main colour. Again, if you've got your colour mod on, go for it. Right, next up is the Stroutman SEK 802. This is by HT Modding, 6.28 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the trailers. Now, it starts off with a 4,000 litre capacity for 9 grand. You can then change that to 8,000 litre capacity, 12,000 litre capacity, and then a bale trailer, and then back to your 4,000. Now, if we come down a little bit further, we've got the option on the wheels, Trelleborg, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg. You do have the option of cover, yes or no, although that does disappear on the 4,000 litre capacity, so it's only on the 8 and the 12. So if you have the cover on, no problem. You got your main colour, which is going to be your main frame, so we'll go with a purple, does that bit. Chassis colour is going to be your side bits, there we are, and then cover colour is obviously going to be your cover. Alright, fair enough, that's an alright little trailer, that is. Right, next up is the Wauga DK115. This is by HT Modding, 13.77 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the trailers. Now, it starts off with 8,000 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 11.5 grand, although we do have 1,500 optional extra. Now, that's the standard. There we are, that's better. You can then change that to a bale trailer or back to your standard. You then got your Trelleborg, Continental, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. You have got some wides in there if you go for your Trelleborg option. Again, you do have the option of cover, yes or no. Main colour is obviously going to be your main colour, and then your cover colour is obviously going to be your colour. Right, fair enough. Well, I will say this though, swivel axle on the front, just drive it forward, so much easier. Right, next up is the Flegel TMK273. This is by HT Modding, 10.86 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the trailers. Now, it's got a 40,000 litre capacity, and it's going to do your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, or Trelleborg tyre options, and then you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. I like that, that's all right. Right, next up is Cattle Trailer. This is by Dutch Modding Inc. 2.56 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Animal Transport. Now, it's going to cost you 6 grand. You've got the option of main colour, which is obviously going to be the framework. You then got your rim colour, which is going to be your rims. Now, obviously, this is going to be for transporting some animals. And to do the animals, you're going to be able to do 2 cows, 4 pigs, and 4 sheep. So if you've got some animals on the go and you don't really fancy paying the transportation costs because they can be ridiculously high, get one of these. I mean, it's only 6 grand. It's a bargain. Right, next up is the Yentil BR10430. This is by Universe Simu Modding, 14.43 megabyte on the download. And this is a big trailer. I must admit, 150 grand is going to cost you, 45,000 litre capacity. Got the option of configuration standard, grain bodywork, puts it up to 54, goes up to with that one. From 45, 9,000 litre capacity extra. All right, no problem. Silage bodywork puts it up to 71,000 litre capacity, and then back to your standard. I like that one. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's got 4 axles, so you know it's going to be big, but all right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Clash Roland 520. This is by Eid123, 16.69 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under balers. Now, it's going to require 90 horsepower from your tractor, 10 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to do 125 centimetre round bales. It's going to cost you 35 grand, although we do have the optional extra of round bale net. So if you have it empty, yeah, it's going to cost you 35 grand. We do have the option of Trelleborg, Vredestein, or Trelleborg on the tyres. You have got some mediums as well, and wides, not bad. Then you've got configuration, roto feed, roto cut, or roto feed. Yeah, it's all going to work the same, to be fair. You then got your round bale net, so you can have it the Class Rollertex Pro, or standard net, film binding, or empty. Just remember, if you have got it empty, you are going to need to fill it up before you start baling. But that being said, that's all right, that is. Right, next up is the John Deere 627C. This is by Agrotono, 9.9 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under corn headers. Now, it's a 13.4 metre working width on this, 6 mile an hour working speed. It doesn't fold in half either, so you are going to need to get yourself some sort of trailer. I mean, it doesn't need to be a header trailer. Just put it on a standard trailer and strap it down. No problem. Easy way of moving it around. You have got the option of lights, yes or no. Okay, where's it putting the lights? Is it going to be on the back? There we are. So we've got the lights on the back just like that. Then you've got your main colour option. I mean, you could go for yellow. Match it up with the John Deere style. Right, fair enough. 84 grand. Why not? Right, next up is the Piaggio APE, or Ape. I'm not quite sure if it's AP or Ape, but right, we'll go with the Ape anyway. This is by Miko Modding, 4.2 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cars. Now, it starts off with a massive 3 horsepower engine. I think my blender's got more horsepower than that, but okay, fair enough. We're going to have a 23-mile-an-hour top speed, and you can change the engine output up to 25 horsepower. That's a big jump. 3 to 25. All right, fair enough. You then put up to 50 horsepower, 75, 125, 175 horsepower. So we're going from the base version, 3 horsepower, up to the unrealistic 175 horsepower. Oh, unrealistic every day of the week, no problem. You then got your beacon light, yes or no, puts that on the top. It's going to look like a little, one of those little tugs that go around the airport. All right, no problem. Trailer hitch round the back, yes or no, puts that on. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to do your main colour. You then got your interior colour, which is obviously going to do your interior. And then your rim colour is obviously going to do your rims. Now, oh, this is awesome. I mean, I've gone for the 175 horsepower version, obviously. I mean, it's got a top speed there on the dial, 108 mile an hour. Who would want to go 108 mile an hour in one of these? That's just ridiculous. But oh, that's it. I do like it. I do like it indeed. I mean, inside, nice. Sure, I never even realised that. It's got a little bike handle. It's like an enclosed bike. I mean, what we're up to? 70? I'm not sure if we are going to get to 80, 82. No, I think this is getting a little bit sketchy. We'll slow it down. To be fair, it does stop pretty rapid, I must admit. Oh, that's ace. Right, next up is the Fence 700 Vario series. This is by Paul, 60.54 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them under medium tractors. So first off, we've got the 700 Vario Gen 7, 203 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed for 249,500 to buy. We then got the option to change the engine output style. So it starts off with the 40 kilometer an hour. You then got the 50 kilometer an hour version. We then got a 40 kilometer an hour version again, but it's got the same horsepower as the previous one. Okay, fair enough. So we'll carry on going through. So we're up to 243 horsepower now, a 40 and a 50 version, 262 a 40 and a 50 version, and we're back to 60 kilometer version there. All right, so that's 37 mile an hour top speed, so that's all right. They go 303 horsepower, obviously with different speed limits on, and then we're back to the 203. So you've got your usual shenanigans. You've got your Trelleborg, your Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg. Obviously, you know, the usual shenanigans on the go in there. Design line, chrome exhaust, yes, and then no. So obviously, if you want the brighter grille, yeah, go yes. Warning signs, yes or no, with LEDs, and then back to no. Main colour is obviously going to be anything you like. If you've got the unlimited colour mod on, and then you've got your rim colours, you can change those as well. Now, if you're thinking, yeah, I can't quite afford a new one, well, maybe you can go with this one, the Gen 6. You've got a few more options, to be fair. So it starts off with a 150 horsepower engine. You can then change that to 171, 171 again, 171 again, 188, 188 with different top speed, 209, 209 with different top speed, and then 228. And you see where they're going with this. You've got the different engine styles, and then like the final drive on the gearbox. That's going to be the ending defining factor of it all, aren't you? So the top one can be 246. You then got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Nokian, Vredestein, and Trelleborg. So you got your usual shenanigans on the go there. I mean, we have got wheels set up, you've got medium tyres, and you've got weights separately. Interesting. You then got your line, so power setting 1, power setting 2, then power setting 1 again, and 2 again, Profi setting 1 and 2, Profi setting 1 and 2 again, then back to your power setting. I mean, it's an optional extra, but if that's the standard one that it comes with it, wait, why is it going up and up? every time you add another one, it's just seems to be going up more and more. But all right, fair enough. You've got beacon light, left, right, both, and nothing. Got warning signs, against signs with your LEDs, and no. Then you've got panoramic cabin Visio Plus even. Then you've got your panoramic cabin door right, standard cabin Visio Plus, and then panoramic cabin visit. So you've got your panorama cabin Visio Plus. That's the better way of saying it. It's going to be your front windscreen. So it's not like got a little bit extra cut out for you. Not that much, mind you, but all right, fair enough. Design line, so you got your chrome exhaust, and yes, again, like the previous version, roof terminal, yes or no. I mean, yes, that little screen there, just by your right shoulder. You then got front loader attacher, quickie, hower, or no. Then you got your main colour, and then you got your design colour. It's a little bit of a different one, so we'll go with a red on that. Does your roof, and then your rim colours. I mean, to be fair, out of the two, this one definitely has got more scope for you to make it your own. But either one, they're going to be ace. And the last mod for the day is the Advanced series. This is by ITS, 38.46 megabyte on the download. And this pack's quite large. So just come down to your mods and DLCs. So much easier. So first up, we got the Avant 420. Nice. Tractor tread is going to be on your wheel setup as standard. You can then change that to Greenland tyres. Oh, they look alright, little golf cart sort of things. Then back to your tractor tread. You've got your lights, default, working lights, traffic lights. Why do I have mobile traffic lights? But okay, working and traffic lights or default. Then got plast hole, Avant green, green 2, Woody. That don't look like Woody from Toy Story, but okay, fair enough. Then back to your Avant green one. Beacon lights, you got default, you got variant 1, variant 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to default. Attachers, so you got rear weight 0, 35 kilo, 70 kilo, 105 kilo, 140, and then back to 0. So if you've got 0 weight on the back, you don't actually get a trailer hitch. So you might just want to go for the 35 kilo one, just so you got that option. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to do your main colour. I'd say it's main colour. I mean, it's done parts of it. All right, fair enough. Secondary colour is going to do those bits. And then rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Now, if you're thinking, yeah, 20 horsepower, not quite feeling that. No, they've got a bigger one. 49 horsepower, I'll say bigger one. Not that much bigger though, is it? Let's face it. Obviously, you've got the same options as before, just with a bit more powerful engine. But to go on the front of these is it's quite a plethora of things. First off, we've got a pallet fork. You can change the colour up, no problem. 800 to buy that one. You then got a big bag transporter. All right, fair enough. So you got your main colour there, which is obviously going to be your frame. But the secondary colour is going to be the hatch markings. Not quite sure you can see them very well in the blue, but okay, fair enough. You then got a square bale fork if you want to put that on the front. So you got the option of default, frame, or default. Then we'll come down and we've got a bale handler. This can be for your round bales. Obviously, hook it up to the front, no problem. You then got the frame on that one as well. And then got a manure fork if you want to go shovel out some stuff from your cows. 750 litre capacity on that one. We then got a high tip bucket. That's got a 600 litre capacity. Obviously, change up the colours to suit your needs. We then got the high tip bucket XL, 1200 litre capacity on that one. Again, change the colour up. We then got that one. There you are, adapter for your skid steer. So obviously, you can use all your stuff interconnectingly. And then we'll come down and we've got a ball hitch. So if you fancy, you got a trailer stuck somewhere, you just want it moved out of the way, hook this up to the front of your Avant and then move it out of the way. No problem. And then to finish it off, we've got a 3-point attacher. Yeah. So hook this on and then you can move 3-point equipped pieces of equipment. Man, that's a fairly decent pack, I must admit. When I remember this coming out in 22 and I thought, oh, intriguing. And it's back out again for 25. We've got a couple of updates as well. We've got the Massey Ferguson 600 series by Blower. We've got the Amazon ZA-TS 4200 by 76 Max. We've got the Quickie M140 by JMZ. We've got the Modernised Flour Mill by ADub Modding ABP Team. We've got More Flowers by Piercy. We've got the Wide Garage by ICAS.